John, first and foremost, just to get your thoughts on that performance.
A lot of the performance I thought was right for what we want to do here. Certainly the physicality, the shape of the side for large parts of the game was very good. Soft start. I thought the first 15 minutes we never really got to grips with it, and then we started to build a real performance first half. A very front foot performance, dominated large parts of that performance, asked questions. Dwight Manila was excellent. Really productive for us today, and he's growing back into a very good player so far. And I thought we brought a real commitment to it first half, particularly, and asked enough questions. And then, I think the theme so far this season has been finding them big moments, and we didn't find a moment in the first half, but a lot of it was good.
When you don't find those moments go against you, I think we've seen hold on to leads very well in you so far. How confident are you that you'll be able to find the solutions to chase it when you do go behind?
Well, I think the facts of football, are quite obvious. Goals change games, not just a scoreline. It's the feel of the moment, and I think they got a goal pretty much out of nothing. I thought second half we'd started very well again. We're on the front foot, playing forwards, asking questions. And they get a goal. I'm more frustrated with their first goal. The second goal sometimes can happen. They break away. They, catch us a little bit sloppy on the defensive side of things. But the first goal is just from a set-up position, a very simple set-up position, which we should know better as a group. We don't react to it and we give away a penalty. And then they get a goal really out of pretty much nothing at that stage of the game. We went back on the front foot. I was pleased with the attitude towards getting back in the game. But finding the big moments, that's the proof in the pudding. And I think finding the freedom in the top third, particularly when you're getting their big moments, and that's what we've got to continue looking at and continue working on the training ground to find. Because
of that first hour, like you say, that there were lots of positives. Do you think there's still positives you can build on from that performance, as opposed to almost put the result to one side and go, there was some...
No, there has to be. I mean, look, it's a not a rebuild, but it's building in a different way. It's different aspects of what the performances have been so far this season. How can we correct them? How can we make them more powerful in the sense of winning games? Of course. And we've seen some good signs of that. And I thought there wasn't, like I say, it's a tough one to call today, because I thought there was a lot of good signs about what the performance should be. That's what we want the team to look like. You could tell by the atmosphere in the stadium. The fans get again seeing a team doing so much to win a game. And then we don't get a win, and that's frustrating for all. And like I say, a large part of the performance was right. It was right by the individuals, it was right by the team and the collective and the feel of the performance. The details in both boxes are forever the most important thing in football. We can talk about all the rest of it, but getting the details in both boxes right is something that has to continue to be a work in progress. It hasn't been right here all season, that's quite obvious. We've corrected it somewhat, but we've got to keep working continuously on that. And I must say, the players have been doing that. The players have been working daily, and I've got absolutely no question mark over anything that we've been trying to produce on the training pitch, because they've been excellent and taking in performances. And like I say, I've got to be careful, because key moments today were the difference, because I thought a lot of that performance was right. Well, yourself, I'm sure you've seen enough football in your lives that when you create a feel in a stadium through the players, first of all, when they're going in the box, you can almost sense people are going to score. And at the minute, that's been a question mark all season, finding people who are in the box and they will score a goal. And it's a bizarre thing. Once you change that round and the freedom comes, it starts happening, and the belief, the ball goes in the box and you believe more. But you've got to make that happen. You can't wait for that to happen. So that's a collective mentality. That's not about just individuals. That's about the whole group committed to scoring goals. You've got to commit to, as a group, to defend. And I would say the centre forwards are the first line of defence in my teams. But then equally, you can't have it always. You can't say, well, no, you can't all score a goal, because you can. And we saw that so far. Tarky was saying it with Seamus. It's everyone taking on the responsibility. And it's a strange thing. I think I spoke about it, since I've been here, that the freedom to miss, but you've got to miss with conviction. You've got to believe you're going to score. If you're doing that, you won't get a question from me. So many times when you look, a bit edgy or nervy, people are not driving into the right key areas. That's what I do know about football, and that's what we reflect on. We show the players. And while that's happening, you're trying to build that, of course, you've got to keep the back door shut. We didn't do that about two real sort of situations. Maybe a third. Jordan made a good save. So there was probably three situations. Two of them we should have closed down better. And you could argue all three. I haven't seen it up close. I am a believer in VAR, so I can only imagine they've got it right. I'll have to see it, obviously, up close. But, you know, I can't over question it if I'm a believer in it. So I'll have to see it, and then when I see it, I'll make a decision. But I don't know whether it's clumsy or whether it's an actual. He does get a touch on the ball, so like I say, until I see it in slow-mo and all the rest of it, well, until I have a view like a VAR the referee would have, then I'll have to have a look at it.
Okay, guys. Well,
Okay.
Is Calvert Lewin got any chance for Arsenal?
I doubt it.
did the Mondays want 2 minutes?